going to show you how to utilize the Quick Hire feature in iSolved. When you log into the screen, you'll select the Employee Management section, and you'll go to Quick Hire. Once there is an asterisk by all the fields that are required that must be completed prior to adding a new employee. The legal company should automatically populate for you. However, if you have multiple companies, there may be an option for you to select. The status should be set to active. The hire date will always default to the current date. However, if the date is different, you have the ability to change it. Your employee number will also default to the next numerical order. However, if you have a numerical algorithm that you use for your employees, you are able to update that information and save it here so you can have consistency across all lines of work. Okay. You also have a section for here if they're a remote worker. The ID type would be the type of information that they submitted to you. So in this scenario, it's a salary employee who submitted their social security number along with the W-2 and W-4. Okay, we've entered in the social security number, and that information is not visible to your eyes. However, you can select the eyeball and view it this way, just to be safe. We're going to enter in the employee's information. The self-service email is for the employee to have access to employee self-service. You would always enter in their email address. If you do not have an employee, if you have an employee, I'm sorry, without an email address, you can always select the button and disable it, and it becomes no longer a required field. Okay. I'm going to enter in the address. And then you enter in the zip code. And select the correct city. If there's only one city related to that zip code, it will automatically populate for you. You can input the employee's home phone number, mobile phone number, work phone number, personal email address if it's different than their self-service email address, their date of birth and gender. You'll select the employee's pay group, their pay type. In this scenario, this will be a salary employee, and their frequency. The normal hours are usually $80. This employee is actually going to have a salary of $73,568. And if you notice, when I hit tab off of the annual salary, the per pay salary and the hourly rate automatically calculate for me. This will happen with whichever field you populate the information in. If they have an alternate pay rate, that information would be loaded here. Okay. We're going to go back up to the other side. All of the division department benefits, those are only required if you have your account set up that way. Then you have the tax location. Then you select the work location for where the employee will be working. Federal filing status is based on the information on their forms and the dependent amount. For this scenario, this employee had one dependent under the age of 17 and a spouse, and so they're claiming the $2,500 deduction, and so that goes in the dollar amount. And for Georgia, you put in the total number of dependents. In this scenario, it was 2. Okay. We're going to go to the direct deposit information now. You'll mark that as active. The account type is checking. Always select 1, and in the percent field, put 100 should they have only one bank account. Then you'll want to input their routing number. And then the account number. You hit save. And we are done.